Alright guys, what's going on? For's here, Forza Nader, Ivan, Ben, anything you want to call me, loser is here, and I'm bringing you on another Destiny video. So basically I'm going to give you guys the best Titan setup. The thing is with the Titan, unlike my Warlock video, there are many ways to go about the Titan. There are many ways to be quote unquote overpowered OP. And like what I did with my Warlock, you can do a lot of things like slide shotgun tactic with the melee, gives you an overshoot, you know, OP stuff. The thing with the Titan is you can go use both subclasses and you can use those both differently and have, like, you know, any type of randomness thrown in there, because the Titan class is very versatile. It's definitely a class that can be used both in PvP and PvE extremely well. So basically I'm going to run you down the best Titan loadouts that I found, basically because I'm the best, so you should understand. Basically, what I always run with is Helm of Inmost Light or Helm of Saint 14. The reason why it's either of those two is because they provide you with insurmountable amount of intellect or strength. Now I don't know for sure if that changes or anything, like if it can change to, instead of strength by 117, it's probably like intellect. I'm not really sure, but I had 3 Helm of Saint 14s that were all strength, so I'm gonna just go by that. And same thing with Helm of Saint 14. Now the reason why I use Helm of Saint 14 is that when you use the bubble, when you get the upgrade Starless Night, your bubble blinds people inside the thing. And so I like to actually use the Ward of Dawn. Now hear me out. A lot of people, when they use the Titan, they don't like to use the Defender class because there is no shoulder charge, there isn't a Titan smash. People like to be very aggravating and troll-like when they're using, you know, the Striker basically PvP type of class setup. Now let me tell you guys why I use the Defender class. For one, the Defender class has the most armor. You can equip the most armor to it. So I know in PvP that really does not matter, but it's always a great type of boost. I put Blessings of Light because I'll have an additional shield and then a suppressor grenade to literally suppress the competition with their by their supers or their grenades or whatever. It's a really good tactic if you know how to use it. Now definitely the Defender class used in PvP is definitely for advanced to or intermediate to an advanced player. Like I said, if you're just, you know, casual player, going Defender is probably not the way for you, but you can also still have fun doing it, okay? Basically, this is what I have for Defender. Increase height. I don't need catapult or increase control because increased height is the best for the Defender. Because I have my recovery and agility at the lowest, I think, so it's always good to have some kind of, like, you know, movement speed. Also, I put Blessings of Light. There's no need for you to put Armor of Light because that's while you're in the shield, and Weapons of Light, you don't need to do extra damage because the extra damage is very, it's a difference, but it's not that big of a difference. The kill time is basically like a second off. And then right here, I have Unbreakable Force Barrier continually recharged, so when I kill an enemy, I get an overshield, basically almost like my Warlock PvP setup. So that's what I have. Then I put the Titan Codex and stuff like that to make my armor as best as possible without this. Okay, Iron Harvest. Every time I kill with heavy weapons, I get Motes of Light. That is kind of for my PvP. The way I set it, for my PvE, the way I have it set up now, it can be used both for PvE and PvP, so I don't have to really change. But if I were you guys, I'll either go with Untouchable or Illuminated for a PvP setup. So that's the Defender class at its finest. You basically want to do your best to either level up your strength and your intellect. So if I were to go into PvE, let's go say if I were to do heavy PvE work, right? Or PvP rather, heavy PvP, and we're doing control or something, I need as many shields as I possibly can. What I'm going to basically do is, let's see here, how's this set up? Okay, this is basically me at the highest point of my intellect, 394, literally 100% effect. It literally dwindles my strength and discipline, but my intellect is at its highest. I literally was pulling my Ward of Dawn shield up like every 3 or 4 minutes. It was insane, you know. And people like to fall for it, you know. They see you put the shield up, they come into the shield by accident, they're blinded, you can shotgun them, right? Boom. So like I said, Defender class is definitely more for the intermediate to advanced type of player, and it's also a little bit more fun to use than the Striker. Or actually, scratch that. I think the Striker is just a little bit more fun because it's so noob friendly. So let's go ahead and just experiment a little bit more. So if you like to melee more, I'll basically say just leave it leave it at intellect. Try to have your intellect at the highest, because realistically, the Ward of Dawn is probably the best thing you can have. Constantly putting it up, it annoys people. They panic when you put it up, and you can just rush them because you have an overshield now, and it'll protect you with most attacks. I know the Fellwinter's Lie is so overpowered; it can literally bust through your shields and just take you out in one shot. It's really ridiculous, but otherwise than that, most shotguns up close won't kill you one hit. It'll probably leave you with a slimmer health, and you can obviously shotgun them back. So yeah, that's how I use the Defender class setup. Now, the better of the two definitely is the noob-friendly class setup. So let's go ahead and equip that. Obviously, before, like I said, you can also use the Glass House if you don't have Helmet Save 14, but having Helmet Save 14 is definitely better because you blind enemies, and so that's a good thing. This is how I go basically for the striker setup. So let's go ahead and set it up. Now, you don't have to have these armor sets. It just helps whatever you want to really level up. If you're a strength guy, if you like to melee more or throw grenades more, level up your discipline for grenades, strength for melee, you know. And the thing about striker class is that its melee can be used efficiently if done properly. Like right here, kills with the Storm Fist significantly reduce cooldown with Fist of Havoc. That allows me to just go in for the smack when I use the Fist of Havoc, right? But you don't have to go with that. I'd recommend for someone who's just starting off with the Titan, probably Discharge or Overload. Now, the reason why Overload is because you'll be able to it'll probably like reset. You know, it has a chance of resetting its cooldown immediately right there. So that's pretty cool, but that still has you hitting twice. So probably Discharge. Discharge is definitely a better option for a person who's just brand new, but obviously this really doesn't matter. Hits with the Storm Fist deal area of damage or affect damage around the target. That's really great, especially if there's another person there. That's awesome. That rarely ever happens though, so I mean, you know, I always have Amplify because I want to cool down the thing as much as possible. Also, I have Flashbang Grenade. Flashbang Grenade, guys, I cannot tell you how important this is to use. Having a Flashbang Grenade allows you, as a striker class setup, to just go in like a Call of Duty person. It's the OP. You blind people, they panic, they freak out, they start to press X, you know, or A, whatever console, and they literally panic, and you can just go up to them and shotgun or melee them twice. Really ridiculous stuff. Here for my Fist of Havoc, because I am using the Helm of Inmost Light, it allows me to get the Death from Above and Headstrong for the Fist of Havoc, right? So let me show you right now. So Death from Above is this. After jumping, Fist of Havoc can be aimed. It's like a rapist little thing that the Titan can do when he's in air. It's really rapist. He can like aim and do stuff. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it. And also, I want to say Aftermath. Did it say Aftermath? Death from Above. Okay. Wait. Death and Headstrong. Okay, Headstrong. Let's see, it was over here. Headstrong increases the leap distance with Fist of Havoc. So now I am able to literally equip two other perks where usually I wouldn't be able to, if you understand what I'm saying. So basically what I do, since I already have Death from Above, I equip the Shockwave. Because if it's overpowered, if they literally run away, you can have the Shockwave travel. And if you want, you can have Aftermath, where it has like lingering damage. I honestly say, screw that one. Go with Shockwave, combination with Death from Above. Literally one of the best, probably the best type of combo you can have. It's very overpowered, and it's pretty ridiculous. Coming over here to this other column skill tree, I don't know. Basically, Headstrong, it gives you a leap, and on top of that, I have Transfusion kills with Storm Fist or Shoulder Charge immediately trigger health regeneration. If you're gonna be shotgun friendly, this is, or if you're gonna be a shotgun noob, this is definitely the class setup for you, because you're gonna be going in rushing people a lot, and especially if you have Fellwinter's Lie, you're literally gonna be unbeatable up close. So go with Transfusion just in case you need to win one of those battles. If you're low in health, you can Shoulder Charge, regen, shotgun someone with the Fellwinter. It's really overpowered. Now, after that, I'd highly recommend you guys do the best that you can for the agility. As you can see here, I could put a Headstrong again and increase my agility even more, but I really want Transfusion. So right now, I think this is the fastest I can make my Titan, and this is definitely the new friendly type of loadout. This is right here, basically makes the Titan a force to be reckoned with, and honestly, up close, if you had, I use Found Verdict. I don't have Fellwinter's Lie, but I know Fellwinter's Lie is literally game breaking to me, and it's overpowered because with Shock Package is really ridiculous. So if you're gonna use Shock Package, go ahead and run Striker. You're gonna be basically unbeatable, right? So let's go here with the class setup over here. Intellect, it could be at 100. It doesn't have to be. It really does not matter. What I want you guys to focus on is legitimately discipline and or strength. Strength gives you, you know, the melee, and you already have it to where if you followed my example or my class setup here, you're gonna have it to where your health, if you melee someone, you're gonna trigger health regeneration with when the thing is full, right? So basically, strength is a must and discipline. But at the same time, having intellect is not that bad. It's always good to give a balance. So what I would just say, if you like to shoulder rush shotgun people, honestly, dude, I would just go with intellect, because you're just gonna build up. You're gonna get so many kills. You're gonna just build up your super so fast to the point where you're just gonna be fist of having shotgun people all day. And I know that's what people love to do. That's why I make these videos, because I know this is what people really like to do. They're really gay, but yeah, they really love using methods like this. And you know what, guys, if you're gonna hate on me for exploiting this game, you should hate on Bungie for even putting this stuff in the games. Honestly, it is awesome how you can do all this stuff. So depending on how you're gonna go about it, I can literally have it to where, let's see here, intellect and discipline. This is me balancing it out with this armor set. Like I said, depending on what your armor set is, depending on what you have, you can go each and every way. But basically, the class setup I gave you guys, it's already good enough for you. Just adding armor with the different effects and abilities just help its cause. But honestly, you're gonna have a great time. Like shotgun people and melee or shoulder rushing people, it's gonna be the best. So let's talk about weapons. Okay, primary weapon really doesn't have to be anything. I use the Oversoul Edict because this thing's rate of fire is ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. The range, it doesn't look much, but honestly, in a game, it's ridiculous. Stability is off the charts. This is literally like one of the best pulse rifles I've ever used. I know a lot of people say that one of the best pulse rifles is Bad Juju or Red Death. Honestly, guys, Oversoul Edict is up there in that tier. It's really ridiculous. The rate of fire is really good, and it's just absolutely insane. Okay, Found Verdict. I used to think it was the best shotgun in the game. It's not. The Felwinter's Light is definitely the best shotgun in the game. It's the Iron Banner shotgun you can get. If you have Felwinter's Light with shot package, go with that. Otherwise, just go with Found Verdict or probably Secret Handshake. I don't actually have it here. And then for your heavy, I'm using Gallahorn because I'm leveling up. But honestly, if you're going to be using this in PvP, go with like Corrective Measure or I don't know, maybe Thunderlord. You want to like keep it on a minimum because you're gonna basically be running around. And so if you're using a Gallahorn or something, that's okay. Make sure that if you're gonna be playing PvP and if you equip something like a rocket, when you get heavy, chances are someone else got heavy as well. You want to take those guys out first and then come back to your shotgun routine. But you know, it's whatever, guys. Honestly, every situation is different when you encounter, because you're going to be encountering a new person who thinks differently, and it's going to be a different situation. But 9 times out of 10, if you're going to be using this setup right here, you're not going to be losing a lot. Honestly, you just have to have like a little bit of skill with aiming a shotgun, and that doesn't take too much effort to do. I mean, if you just practice like 2 hours a day, each and every day, just aiming a gun, you're going to use this class setup as a proficient professional. I said a proficient professional. Anyways, guys, that's basically the best class setup for the Titan. Obviously, for the Titan, you can also use Red Death. Pulse rifles are really good for the Titan. I don't know why, I just love using them on the Titan. They're good for any character, really. But I know for the Hunter, I kind of lean towards hand cannons because of his skill tree setup. And I'll be doing one for the Hunter as well. I just have to experiment and mix and match a couple of things. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and stuff like that. I really just wanted to show you guys how I play in the Crucible. And literally, like, I'm not even trying to be arrogant or brag here, guys, but using this class setup, I win 8 times out of 10. Like, 8 out of the 10 games I would play in a day, I would win 8 of them. And so, you know, it's really effective if you know how to play correctly. So, yeah, guys, please leave feedback, whatever. What do you think is the best class setup? This is personally my favorite. Definitely the most OPest class setup for the Titan. I don't know out of the 3 which one is the best, but I'll be doing something like that later. So yeah, bye.